and welcome to another YouTube video. It's really a strange video today because I just came back from ballet class and it is so freaking cold outside. I cannot even tell you, it's crazy. I'm freezing and inside it's not really better. I mean, it's better like outside, it's really crazy, but I want to talk about raw food in winter because lately I get a lot of questions, especially from my clients in my nutrition program, and I do coaching. In case you don't know, I coach clients how to lose weight, how to go to a raw vegan diet, how to manage the transformation, all of that. One of my clients just messaged me this morning and she said, Lena, I'm freezing. I cannot do it anymore. I need to eat warm, something warm. And she was craving soups or steamed vegetables, something warm. And then I told her, well, it's not the warm food that will make you warm. It's your inner fire. And actually, warm food will not help you to get warm from inside. Because actually, what's the case? If you eat warm cooked food, then your body has to put a lot of energy into the process of cooling it up again, so it's body temperature. And you cannot digest super hot food, so it has to be body temperature or room temperature. And same is true for super cold food. You cannot digest super ice cold foods. You need to have the perfect temperature, which is in your body, or room temperature is perfect. So it's not helpful to eat warm food in winter because your body has to make up a lot of energy in order to cool it down. And then you will freeze even more and you will feel so cold after your meal. And that actually was true for me. Back then when I ate cooked food in winter, I was just freaking out all the time. After my meals, I was freezing cold. And now I'm still cold because it's winter and we are just tropical beings and we are not made for these temperatures, for these crazy German temperatures. But since I don't live in the tropics, I need to create a tropical climate. So I need to put on the heat in my apartment. I need to put on an extra layer, you know? So that's common sense. And if I eat cooked food, I feel cold afterwards because my body really has to use a lot of energy in order to cool it down again so I can digest it. And it will not help you at all. Maybe short term you will feel a little bit warmer for some minutes, but then afterwards, trust me, it will not work. So what else can you do to feel warm in winter and to stick to raw food diet? Because that's actually the most, I would say it's an excuse. Because if you're really worth it, if you have self-love, if you appreciate yourself, if you are worth it, then you will not change your diet in winter. You will not put anything which is not nutritious into your body just because it's cold. It makes no sense. So if you really want to do it, if you really want to be raw, of course, if you don't even want to be raw, that's a whole nother story than why are you watching this video, you know? So you can switch off right now. But if you really want to, if you really want to be raw vegan, even in winter, and you don't make it just because you're so cold all the time, you're feeling so cold, then I have some tips for you. So first of all is you have to trust yourself. You have to feel worthy. Nothing else makes sense. If you don't think you deserve it, no one can help you. So switch your mind and be proud of yourself, love yourself, and be aware of the fact that you are worthy and you deserve the best nutrition. You deserve the healthiest food. Your body is a temple. You need to put in the best food. So with that mindset, it's much easier, trust me. And then the next step is just find ways. For example, if you still want to have a little bit of a warm feeling or a kind of a warm meal, why don't you blend up some raw soups in your Vitamix? You can blend until it's a little bit warm. Then you don't have to eat your food freezing cold. And that's another misconception people have. They think raw foods are basically ice cold, and it's just not true. Raw food doesn't mean that it's ice cold. You don't have to eat ice cold foods all the time. Of course, in summer times, when sometimes I make nice cream, that's freezing cold, but you don't have to do that in winter. So why don't you just warm up things a little bit in your dehydrator, or put things into a pot of hot water, not cooking hot water, but you don't have to boil it. But sometimes I just use hot water from the tap, and I wash my salad with warm water, or I wash my cucumber noodles with warm water, and then they are not freezing cold. And another tip is put out your vegetables or fruits out of the freezer before you leave in the morning, if you go to work, for example, and then you can already plan what you will eat this day, and then you can put it out in the morning, and then it will be room temperature when you come back from work. So that's another tip. Just plan ahead a little bit. Yeah, it's worth it. And then another thing is, why don't you use herbs and spices? So for example, cinnamon, turmeric, pepper, chili, all these spicy, hot, spicy herbs, they will help you to get warm. So for example, if you make a salad, just put a little bit of pepper and chili in there, and then you will, heat up from inside. That's helpful as well. Or put a little bit of cinnamon in your juice or smoothie, or on fruits, for example. That's another way. And then my next tip is just put on an extra layer. Like me, I don't know, you can see I have another layer, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, and a leggings and a jeans and thick socks. So really keep yourself warm. And then you can also put up the heat a bit in your apartment. I mean, we are lucky. We are in the Western world. We have everything we need. We can just turn on the heat, and then should be fine. And I also use a blanket, so I will wrap myself into a blanket, and actually with a warm water bottle as well, and then I will eat my meal. It's easy. Simple like that. And you can also take a warm bath, for example, and eat your fruits in the warm bath. I don't have the opportunity to do it because I only have a shower in my little bathroom, but if you are able to do that, that's another solution. Especially I heard of people who love to eat smoothies, ice cold smoothies and ice cream even in winter, and they just eat it in their hot bath. So you can do that. I never did it, but it's another thing you can try out. What else? You can warm up your plates, for example. So just put it in the oven before you put on your salad or your fruits, and then the plate is a little bit warmed up, and that will help as well. What else can we do? Move your body. Guys, that's the easiest way to keep warm. Just do some jumping squats, jumping jacks. Just move a little bit before you have your meal and afterwards. Of course, not immediately afterwards, because then you will probably throw up. But you know what I mean. Go for a walk. Just move. Keep yourself busy all the time. And then it will help you as well to keep warm in winter. So these are my tips. I think if you have other suggestions, other tips, which can be helpful for all of us here, then please share it in the comments. Like this video in case you liked it, and then I will see you in my next video. And before I forget, there are some amazing recipes in my ebooks and meal plans. You can find them on my website. I will link it in the description box below. And if you are still struggling to have really nice, warming, raw food recipes because you are willing to do the raw food diet, but you're just falling off the wagon all the time in winter, then these recipes are for you. Trust me, because they are, sometimes I have a feeling that it tastes like cooked. For example, I have vegetable curries in there, noodle dishes, salads, which are really rich and dense for winter with more grounding vegetables like beets and carrots and cabbage. And in summer, I tend to eat more like, these cooling things, cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, these fruit vegetables. But in winter, if you really struggle, then try out to have more these dense vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, for example. And that's another tip right there. So, but that's it basically. I don't know what else can we say. The most important thing is you have to remember why you are doing it, why you want to do it, and you have to love yourself. Self-love, that's the only thing. If you don't love yourself, if you don't feel worthy, you will not succeed. That's period. That's it. Period. End of the story. Okay, that's it for this video. Check out my ebooks. Everything will be linked below, and then I will see you in my next video. Have a nice day. Ciao. So much love and peace out. Bye, guys.